Hello and welcome. My name is Dr. Jay Tita and welcome to the Metabolic Aftershock. Let's get started with the warm-up really quickly. I'm gonna bring you guys into it. You guys are gonna do 4 squats, just like this. You're gonna keep your own rep count, you guys at home. Then we're coming into 4 twists, just like this. And then you're gonna drop down into 4 push-ups. If you're confused, just follow the people at the mat, you'll be just fine. The first thing you need to understand about this workout is that we are gonna reawaken your metabolism. That's what it's all about, really getting the biochemistry in your body moving with this workout. The workout is called Aftershock because what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a ripple effect in your metabolism with these movements so you burn fat for long after the workout, even several hours to days after the workout. You really have 4 goals in this workout. They're called the B's and the H's: breathless, burning, heavy, and heat. Breathless means we're getting the catecholamines, adrenaline, noradrenaline sparked, so you get a nice afterburn in your metabolism. When you get into burning situations, sometimes I'll have you down here pulsing like this and you'll feel your legs burn. When that happens, we're releasing human growth hormone. At other times, when we're doing push-ups like you're doing now, that's gonna stimulate testosterone. And the heat effect, when you get hot and sweaty, means we're getting this metabolic effect, okay? So that's what we're trying to do. The other thing you need to understand about this workout is this rest-based training, which means, very simply, I want you to push until you can't, and then rest until you can. That's the way the workout works. Do not pace in this workout, push hard, and then rest. We're getting ready to get started, guys. Another 10 seconds. Good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, here we go. Stay down there for push-ups. You're gonna do 4 push-ups, followed by 4 Batmans. You guys at home, watch the trainees here. Good form on everything. Here's your beginner right here. Jillian has all your beginner movements. If you're a beginner, watch Jillian right here in this corner. She's gonna do 4 push-ups from the knees, then 4 Batmans. If you're an intermediate, watch Jill over here in the middle. And if you're advanced, Keone will take you through those movements over here. Good, nice job, guys. Here we go. You're keeping your own count in this workout, okay? You're keeping your own count. Nice job. You got 4 push-ups, 4 Batmans. You need form cues. Watch your trainees. Good job. Notice how Keone comes up and squeezes right here through the back. 7 more seconds here. Good job. 5, 4, 3, 2. I want you guys up now. Up. I want you to squat. 1 full squat, 2 full squats, all the way up to 4, and then you're gonna do 4 half squats. So you got 4 full squats, then 4 half squats. You guys at home, you'll catch on real quick. You're counting your own reps. Keep your own rep count. Nice job, nice job. Good work. Notice how Jillian alters her range of motion if she needs to due to bad knees or anything like that. Feel free to alter those movements. Good work, good work, good work. 4 squats, 4 half squats. Looking good. Last 10 seconds right here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Coming down, hip thrust. Down on your back. Watch Jill here. She's gonna lift 1 leg up. She pushes through the heel, just like that. Nice work, nice work. Notice how Jillian takes the default here. She regresses back to 2 legs. If you need to do that, do that. That's great. You're gonna do 4 on one side, then 4 on the other. Notice how Keone gets a little more advanced and he pushes his arms back into the ground, nice and tight. That's the way to squeeze that back, Keone. Good job. Remember what I want you guys to do. I want you to push until you need to rest, then rest until you need to go again. Good job, good job. Another 5 seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, coming up right here. Arms overhead. I want you guys squeezing tight. Come into a squat, just like this. Squeeze and squat. Squeeze and squat. On this one, you gotta be careful now that you squeeze tight. Jill's gonna squeeze tight through the shoulders here. Real tight, real tight. Good. That's the way to squeeze. That's the way to squeeze. Good work, good work, good work. Here we go, here we go. Up and down on this one, just up and down. You go at your pace. Rest when you need to. I want you to rest in this workout. Push until you can't. Rest until you can. Good, good, good. Last 5 seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now it's time for that burn. Dropping down to push-ups. Good job. Tension rep push-ups. What is a tension rep? A tension rep is where Jill is not gonna lock out. Notice how her elbow does not lock out. She keeps tension on the chest the whole time. Good work. That's the way to rest, Jill. Notice how Jill rests whenever she needs to. She's gonna take a rest until she's ready to get back into it. Do not rush. That's how the workout works. Good work, good work. That's the way to rest, Jillian. I love it when you rest. Push hard, rest hard. Nice, Keone. Good dig. That's the way to rest. Nice job, nice job. Hang in there. You guys at home, hang in there. This is what it's all about. We want that burn. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. You guys ready for round 2? Back to push-ups. 4 push-ups, 4 Batmans. 4 push-ups, 4 Batmans. Good job, you guys at home. That's round 1. We're going into round 2 now. Round 2. Good job. Notice how Jillian and Jill both took the default on their knees for the push-ups. Feel free to do that. Jillian is gonna squeeze right here. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Just like you're holding a penny back there in your shoulder blades. Squeeze tight in those shoulder blades. Good job. Notice how Keone crosses his feet over here. He's taking a harder option. Narrows his base, his support base. Makes it a little tougher on him. We got 9 seconds here. 8, 7, 6, 5. That's the way to push. 4, 3, 2. Coming into full squat. 4 reps. Then half squat, 4 reps. Full squat, 4 reps. Half squat, 4 reps. Keep your own count. You guys at home, hopefully you're catching on now. You always keep your own count. Good, Keone. That's the way. That's the way. Want you guys to get nice and deep. Nice and deep on those squats, Jill. Notice how Jill gets nice and deep on those squats. That's what we want. Good work, good work, good work. Push hard, rest hard. Remember, this is about pushing until you have to rest. I love it when you rest in these workouts. The harder you work, the more you're gonna have to rest. The more you rest, the harder you're gonna be able to work. 5 seconds right here, that's the way to rest, Jill. 4, 3, 2, here we go. Hip thrust, back on your back. Back on your back, hip thrust. Notice how Keone does not get into the workout until he's ready. He rests as long as he needs to. Good work, good work, good work. Push hard, 4 on one side, 4 on the other side. Think about pushing your heel into the ground. Lift the front of the toe off the mat almost. You're pushing with your heel and squeezing those butt muscles. Good, good. Don't forget to push down in the back with the back, Keone. Push hard right through these hands. Get the back involved. Good, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, coming up, coming up, coming up. Up, shoulder squeezing, squat. Good, squeeze and squat, there you go. Squeeze and squat. What do I mean by squeeze? I want those fists tight. I want the shoulders tight. Stay tight, stay tight. Remember what your goal is in this workout. You're not pacing yourself. You push until you can't. You rest until you can. Nice job, Jill. That's the way to rest. She's gonna take as much time as she needs and gets back into it when she's ready. Nice, Jillian. That's the way to rest. They're feeling it now. You guys are liking me now. I love it. Here we go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Coming down to Batmans, and I want you to pulse them out. What do I mean by pulsing out these Batmans? You guys are down. Watch Jill. She comes up, holds, pulse, pulse, pulse. That is tough. That is tough right there. Yeah. Good, 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 good. That's the way. Push it out. You're going to have to rest on this one. Good work, Jillian. Good work, Jill. That's what I want. When you rest, you're doing it right. That's the way to dig, Keone. That's the way to dig. Nice rest. Nice rest. This one's tough, guys. No joke on this one. No joke on this one. Hang in there. Good. Lots of rest from these trainers. You guys should be resting too. Last 10 seconds on this one. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Back to those push-ups. 4 push-ups. 4 Batmans. Yeah, we're feeling it now. We're feeling it now. Jillian, that is the way to rest. Don't get back into it until you're ready. Notice how Jillian's going to take a quality rest. She's not rushing at all. She rests as long as she needs to. She gets back into it when you're ready. That's how this workout works. Good. 4 push-ups. 4 Batmans. Your count. You're always keeping your own count. 4 push-ups, 4 Batmans. Nice job. Nice work, nice work, nice work. I want you to push, I want you to rest. If you're resting, you're doing it right. Good work, good work, good work. Last 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3 coming up. Full squat, half squat. 4 full squats. 4 half squats. Good, dropping down nice and low. Notice how Keone keeps the weight in his heels. He sits back like there's a chair behind him. He sits nice and deep. And look at those half reps, tension on his legs all the time. That's that burn we want. That's that human growth hormone. When you feel that burn, you're getting that HGH response. That's what we want. Good work, good work. Nice, push hard, rest hard, push hard, rest hard. Good, good, that's the way to rest. That's what I'm talking about. Nice job, nice job, nice job. 10 seconds right here. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, coming down, hip thrust, hip thrust. Good, again. Watch Jillian, she takes the default here. Both legs are down. Don't be afraid to use that if you need to. Notice how Jill is pushing through the heels. Keone's pushing back into the ground, getting his back involved. We want as many muscles involved as possible on this, guys. 4 reps on one side, 4 reps on the other side. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Squeeze. I don't want you just rushing these movements. Take your time. Quality repetitions or no repetitions. Notice how Keone takes his time. He comes up, he squeezes tight at the top. Nice job. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, standing up, standing up, standing up, squat position. Squeeze those fists, squeeze the shoulders. Squeeze tight. Watch Keone, he's squeezing through the back, squeezing through the shoulders. Look at the fists, nice and tight. That squeeze is gonna give you some metabolic smoke and spark your metabolism after this workout. That's the way to rest, Jillian. Good job. Take your time. I want you to push hard, then I want you to rest hard. You guys at home, I want you to push hard, then I want you to rest. Push until you can't, rest until you can. That's the way it works. Squeeze tight, squeeze tight. That's the way to rest, Keone. See how Keone's gonna take a nice rest? He'll get back into when he's ready for 5, 4, 3, 2. Now stay there. You ready for the burn? Here we go. Stay there, right here. Little pulse, right here. Squeeze and pulse, squeeze and pulse, squeeze and pulse. Notice how Jillian, if she wants, she can just stand right here and squeeze. If that burn gets too much for her, she can stand here and squeeze and get back into when she's ready. Tough, tough. That's the way, Keone. That's the way, Jill. That's the way. Hang in there. That burn is good for you. That's what we want. You're getting that burn. You're getting some human growth hormone. That's what we want. Yeah. Yeah, you guys are liking me now. Look at those dirty looks. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Good, good, good. Looking good, looking good. Almost there, almost there, almost there. 10 seconds, guys. You guys at home, hang on. Rest if you need it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Final round, final round. Back to push-ups and Batmans. 4 push-ups, 4 Batmans. Yeah, you guys at home, you're doing great. You see how quick this goes. This is your final round. Remember, the more you rest, the harder you can push. The harder you push, the more you're gonna have to rest. Rest and work go hand in hand. 4 push-ups, 4 Batmans. Don't forget to squeeze. Notice Jillian, how she alters this. Her feet aren't coming up. That's an easier version. Good. Notice with Keone and Jill, they squeeze super tight at the top of these movements. Hang in there, hang in there, hang in there. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Coming into full squat, half squat, full squat, half squat, full squat, 4 reps, half squat, 4 reps, 4 and 4. Notice the form. Notice how they sit back like there's a chair behind them. If you don't have the form yet, don't worry, you'll get it, but don't go fast. Slow yourself down, feel the movement. Good, that's the way to rest, Keone. Notice how as this workout goes on, Keone, Jill, and Jillian are gonna rest more, not less. They're not pacing themselves. They push hard, then they rest. Good work, good work, good work. Hang in there, hang in there. 10 seconds, guys, 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Ready for those hip thrusts? Back down for those hip thrusts. Hip thrust, hip thrust. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Squeeze at the top. I want those butt muscles involved. Squeeze that butt at the top. Good job. Good job. Pushing down into the floor. If you want a little extra, I want you to squeeze tight. Squeeze tight. Almost there, guys. Almost there. This workout's almost done. Push hard. Rest hard. I love it when you rest. I love it when you rest. Push, rest, push, rest. Hard work leads to good rest. Good rest leads to hard work. Here we go. 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Both feet down. Both feet down. Final 45 seconds. Lift up the hips. Hip thrust. Pulse. 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 You're squeezing the butt muscle the whole time. It's your last 45 seconds. Squeeze tight. Squeeze tight, guys. Workout's almost done. These workouts go fast. They go fast. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Keep that tummy tight. Keep those butt muscles tight. Squeeze through there. Squeeze through the last little bit. Last little bit. Nice job. Nice job. That's the way to rest. That's the way to rest. 20 seconds left in this workout. Good, 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 good. 15 seconds. 15 seconds. Push, rest, last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Nice job, nice workout. Bring it up, bring it up. All right, for you guys at home, great job. Now you got 2 options. You can either move into your cool down, go for a walk, nice slow walk, stretch out your whole body. That's one option. Or if you want an extra fat burning session, we have a burnout section for you. Go on over to that, click that link, and do your burnout session. You'll get a lot more extra fat burn up all those extra fatty acids that we release during this workout. Great job, guys. Good work, good work, good work, good work.